it's the SplashOut Seafood and Jazz Racing Festival. You've got a number of lovely runners. In race 2, you've got Rainbow Lorikeet and Call Me Getrix. Both fillies look to be in good form.
Yes, Vicky, Rainbow Lorikeet won a nice race last time out. There's not much between these two fillies normally. The other filly last time had a bad draw. She chased around the field and things didn't work out for her. But there's usually not too much between the two of them. Both draw nicely this time. I think Rainbow Lorikeet and her actually will enjoy the 1800. So looking at the field, I think that both of those fillies have got lively chances. If I have to lean towards one, perhaps Rainbow Lorikeet on their last runs.
Race 3, you've got Symphony W taking on the Nursery. Impressive debut. How's she taken her run?
She took her run very well, Vicky. It might just come a little bit soon. It's she's obviously only had that one run not that long ago, so she hasn't had a lot of time in between runs. But she's taken that run pretty well. She's such a big, strong girl that she doesn't even look like she's had a race really, and she's come on nicely in her work at home. So yeah, it's a tough ask for her to step up to this sort of level. As I say, her second start, but she certainly is a filly that one needs to watch, and she may well put in a good effort here.
Race 4, the two runners, Charlie Croker and Sundays. They both just seem honest type of horses, and they both go the 1400.
Yeah, both horses, their best distance 1400. They love the 1400. It's a big field. I think it's a very open race, competitive race. Charlie Croker, a little bit not quite what his form had previously been. He's a little bit off form. I brought him back over a sprint last time out, and he actually ran on quite nicely. So he should be back to his best on Saturday. The other little horse, Sundays, was a bit unlucky in his last run in P. He couldn't get a run. So, things need to work out for him. He likes a good pace, and I think if all those things fall into place, he certainly will be running on. But it's a tough race, very open race.
Race 5, Gold Poker Game. She's very much in form this summer. Could we see the best of her again?
She is, Vicky. She's really done well this summer. She's come into her own now as an older filly. She's doing really nicely at home too. Bit of a stronger field to take on this time, taking on some decent male horses. So it's not going to be as easy for her, but she's in good shape. I think she'll enjoy the mile here with the long running. I think that's probably her best distance. So she's certainly one that I would include.
Race 6, you've got the 3 runners in the SplashOut Prix Cup. October Morn. Obviously the big question is always distance. Golden Hostess and also Distant Winter, who last time I would assume best ignore that run.
I think you can best ignore that run, Vicky. She had a virus unbeknown to me, so that is why she ran so poorly. She's doing well at home. Her blood's all back to normal again now, so hopefully we see a much better effort from her. On her day, her form line is pretty strong, and she can pretty much compete with that sort of a field on her day. She didn't get the best of draws. Her and Golden Hostess, they drew out a little bit wide. Golden Hostess never really runs a bad race. She's not quite been the easiest filly this season to keep at her best form. She's been a little bit more tricky, but she worked very nicely yesterday, and I'm hoping for a better run from her. She'll need a bit of luck from her draw, but ability-wise, she's as good as any of the others in that field. And then October Morn, obviously a big question mark over the distance. She does have a draw, so hopefully we'll be able to sit on her a little bit longer, but it's the best opportunity for me to try and see whether she gets a 1400 or not. Last time was in the wet going over 1500, so you could probably ignore that a bit, but either she's going to get it, or if she doesn't, then we know she's a sprinter, but she in herself is fitting well.
Race 7, the Kai Stables Diadem Stakes. You've got Future Variety, a fantastic day, I suppose, for the syndicate. Could he challenge them?
Tough, Vicky. I think it's a very tough Diadem. It's not an easy race. I know he gets a bit of a weight pull there, but I think perhaps thrown him a little bit in the deep end here. But he too is doing really well at home. His work has been good and solid. So I think if he runs into the money, we'll be happy with that.
Race 8, the SplashOut Cape Derby. You've got Beach Bomb. She takes on the boys. She's proven at graded level. What do you think her advantages would be in the Cape Derby against the boys?
Look, I don't think it's the strongest bunch of 3-year-old colts this year. I think we've seen a lot stronger in prior years. I think they are a little bit below what they should be. So for that reason, and probably that reason only, I think we'd take our chances. Obviously she's going the 10 furlong for the first time. I think she will get the trip. She too, you can put a line through her last run. Her and Distant Winter the same. They both had the same. We did a blood reading afterwards, and they had a high white cell count and SAA. So that explains her flat run last time out. Hopefully I've got her back in time. That's always going to be the question, to come back out of a Group 1 the 2,000 meters. I'm hoping so, but she's doing nicely at home, and as I say, it's not the strongest of colts this year around, so she certainly will have a chance if she's back to her best.
Race 9, the 2 runners, Nordic Quest and Give Me the Waltz, both lovely types and also enjoy the 1200.
Yeah, Nordic Quest, a nice fluent win from her last time. She's certainly much better performance from her, putting her back up the straights. I think that's what she's looking for. She's got a big race on Saturday, and it's a big field, very big and open field, so it's not going to be all that easy this time around, but she's a decent filly. I do rate her quite fairly highly, and I think she'll give a good account of herself if the weight doesn't count too much there. The other filly, probably looking for a little bit further, a 1400 or so, but due to reasons I have to keep on sprinting her, and wasn't a bad effort from her last time. I think Nordic Quest was just one too good for her on the day, so maybe with a little bit of a weight turnaround she might be a little bit closer.